Hello friends, in today's section we are going to learn about how to write our first program in Python language. But before writing a program in Python language, we should know where to write a program and how to run that program. So let's get started. To run a Python program, Python provides us the two ways. There are two ways in which you can run your program. The first way is the interactive mode and the second one is your script mode. In interactive mode, interactive mode is also known as interactive interpreter prompt. So let's first understand the meaning of interactive interpreter prompt and then we'll mingle up these words to get the answer of our question. That is, what is interactive interpreter prompt? Interactive means what? To act between. This is the meaning of interactive. And what is interpreter? Interpreter is your translator. Translator reads instruction one at a time. That means it executes your instruction immediately. And what is prompt? Prompt is a sign that appears on the computer screen. That means that it is ready for instruction. That means you can put your query here to get the answer. So to combinedly we can understand the meaning of this mode is that interactive mode is that mode which gives us immediate feedback of our statement. With the help of this mode, it is easy for us to check the commands. So interactive mode is a command line shell which gives us immediate feedback of each statement. This Python provides us the feature, that means Python provides us the feature to execute the Python statement one by one at the interactive prompt, because this is the feature of your interpreter which interprets one by one. If this type of command or this type of prompt is preferable in the cases where we are concerned about the output of each line of our Python program. Suppose I am checking how to write print command. In this case, I just want to follow the syntax. I just want to know the syntax of my command. So in that case, I can write in the interactive mode and get the result immediately. So when we are required our output of our each line, then we will prefer this. That means interactive shell is also interactive in the way that it stands between the commands and their execution. That means what does it do? It stands between the commands and their execution. Or we can also say that the shell waits for the commands from the user. It waits for the commands from the user, which it executes and returns the result after the execution. Afterwards, the shell waits for the next input. That means once it has finished its one statement, then it will show you the output and then it will again show you the prompt for the next input. In Python, prompt consists of three greater than symbols. When you start coding here, when you open this screen, command line prompt, you will see three greater than signs. That means you can enter a single line command here and get the result. So how we will do it? We will see it with the help of a practical part. But before learning how to write a program, first we should also know how to quit the Python shell. It is easy to end the interactive session. That means when you are working and suppose you have finished doing your work, you have to close that file, you have to close that shell. This can be done with the help of either you type exit and then round brackets, or you press Ctrl D. This brackets after exit is essential. Without this, command won't work. So either you type this or press Ctrl D, that is end of your file, to exit from the prompt. So now we will do the practical part. First, go to the start, press start button, then you can type Python here. Then you will see Python command line, then click here. You will get a prompt like this. In this, it's showing you the version of its Python, and it's also showing you that if you type help, copyright, credits or license, you can type these for more information. In this section, I am going to take example of only print statement. Print is an inbuilt function which is used to print the output that is stored in the codes. So I am only using this statement because you are aware of this statement. These three greater than signs and one blinking cursor, what does this mean? That it is ready to take input. That means you can put your query here and get the output. Suppose I write print, and in round brackets quotes I'll write hello, and in this way it will print hello. Suppose I want to know how many keywords are there in my Python. So what I'll do, I'll write help, then in quotes I'll put keywords and hit the enter key. You will get help, and then you have to write keywords, and in this way you will get all list of all the Python keywords here. And now if I want to exit from this, what I have to do, I have to type exit, then these round brackets, and I'll be out of the terminal. So the next part is your script mode. What is your script mode? Now we will discuss script mode. What is script? Script mode is nothing but it is a script means a text, which is a text file containing the Python statements. So a script is a text file containing the Python statements. When you want to write more than one statements, when you suppose you want to do addition of programs, a is equals to 2, b is equals to 3, c is equals to a plus b, print means you are having a lot of statements, then it's preferable for you to put that in your file so that you can use it later, or you can see the result, or you can reuse the code. So Python scripts are reusable code, because if I made a file today and I want to run it tomorrow, I can use the name. With the use of name, I can open the file and I can run the file. So you write your code in a text file, then save it with the extension .py, which stands for Python. That means you have to write a file, you have to open a file, type your text over there, then save that file with the extension .py, so that you can see the result for later also. Using a script like programming, what does it means? What is the benefit of using this? In interpreter prompt, that is used for the cases where you want to run the single line statements of the code. Just you are beginner and you want to learn the concept of the statements, or you want to see how print statement works, how keywords are there, how many keywords are there. So in that case, interpreter prompt is used. In that interpreter mode, you can't write code. It's not possible for us to write code every time on the terminal. So it's better to write code in a file, because if we are having a multiple lines of code, then it will be preferable for us to use the scripting mode. Using the scripting modes, we can write multiple codes in the file, and which can be beneficial also. That means which can be executed later when it is required. Now we'll discuss what are the advantages and disadvantages of the script mode. Is that you can write multiple lines. Okay, this is the main benefit. And second, what is the benefit of putting a file, putting the commands in file, is that you can use it later, and also you can do the modifications. And plus, if your code is having any error, suppose I have written a program of 5 lines and line number 4 is having error, what I have to do, I have to just go to the file again and do the changings and save it at run. Means I need not to write program again and again. So debugging is easy in script mode, and this mode is appropriate for beginners as well as for the experts. Disadvantage of this is that you have to save the code every time. Every time you do change or you do modification in your program, you have to save your file before run. That means before execution or before any changing, you have to save your file. That means this is a little bit difficult. It can be tedious when we run a single or a few lines of code, and it's all preferable when we are having long programs. So these were your advantages and disadvantages of the script mode. Now we will do the practical part of this also. What you have to do to open this? Just go to the start and type Python over here. Then you have to click on Python IDLE. In this case, it will open your Python IDLE. Yeah. Even here also you can, if you want to check your commands, even here you can also do that. Suppose I want to check keywords, help and then keywords. You can have, sorry, I have written wrong spelling, key and then words. You can see the list of your Python keywords here also. But what is the benefit of this is, I have to write program having multiple number of lines. So what we'll do, we'll create a new file. In this way, this is a screen where you can type your program. I'll print, suppose I'll print hello. Again I'll print have a nice day. Then suppose I want to see list of keywords so these multiple lines of code I have written in a one file, but before run I have to first save. Either you can save it with the help of Ctrl S, or you have to click this. A dialog box will open where it will ask you for the name. I am giving a name to a file, let it be, I'll write first, then you have to give the extension .py. Now this file is stored with the name first.py. Now I have to run. What you have to do is just click here, then you have to press either F5 or click here. In this case, your hello is printed, which was my first line, second line was have a nice day, and third statement was list of keywords. So it has printed all the three statements in one because I have put it in a file. So to come out of this, you can simply click this one and you can leave the session. Now we'll discuss what is the difference between interactive and scriptive mode. Interactive mode is used when a user want to run. This is clear now. This is clear to you that interactive mode is used when you want to run single block of code. And interactive modes, the main benefit of interactive mode is it runs very quickly because it gives you the output instantly. And script mode is useful where you have to write longer code or where you have to write a block of codes and you want to reuse that code also, then you will prefer scriptive mode. And there are another ways also in which you can run a Python program. That is, you can run it with the operating system terminal. In this case, you have to be aware of the path, because if you don't know the path of the Python directory, you can't run the program. So it's necessary that first you know the path and you can run that also. And the second way is that if you have not loaded Python on your system and still you want to run Python program and you are having an internet connection, then what you will do, you will just go to the Google and type online GDB Python compiler. Screen will open and you can type your program there and run with the help of F5 key, or you can run your program. So this was all we are having in this session today. I hope you have understood the concept of how to write a program and how to run, and from this video onwards we'll start our programming part. Thank you.